12. And welcome to Restorative Yoga in Your Office Chair. My name is Regina. If we have not met, if we have, I'm so happy to see you again. Welcome to my practice space. So make sure you're comfortable. Just throw on, if you're in your pajamas, working at your computer at home, that's cool. Take a break. If you are out in an office or something like that where you don't have a lot of options, I'm going to try to give you the best I can, make it as comfortable for you as I can. All right? Okay, cool. So first thing we're going to do is breathe. I have my breathing ball back from my days when I was teaching kids yoga on a regular basis. I missed that, and I'm teaching kids yoga in a little bit. So I'm very excited about that. So this is our breathing ball. It just helps the kids to control their breathing and just to see how it looks when their lungs fill up. It just helps them to guide them a little bit. All right, so as you breathe in, just want you to imagine the breath filling up the lungs, and then as you exhale, push the breath out, belly into the spine. Make sure it's all gone before you take your next inhale. Inhale. Maybe close your eyes, hold it at the top, exhale. And again, inhale. Exhale. Let's do 2 more times. Inhale. Nice and long, nice and slow. And last time, inhale. And exhale. Very good. Hope you feel a little better, hopefully. Okay, so again, I'm going to give you a couple of options. I know that if you are in an office space or in an open space, you maybe can't get too comfortable, and it's possible you may not be able to hold these poses for that long. But however long you are able to hold them, just try to relax. Even if it's just like a minute, just try to relax, okay? And for those of you that can get on the floor with me, we'll do those. Okay, so let's start with if you are not able to get in on the floor, okay? So I have a bolster just as a padding for my back, and I have a blanket wrapped up over the top of the chair for just support for my neck. And then I have another bolster here on the floor. Okay, and then remember, wherever you are, please make sure that your chair is on a mat or it's locked if it has the ropes. Since I said office chair, make sure it's locked because chances are it has wheels on it. Just make sure it doesn't move. It can go against the wall as well. All right, so here's the options if you can't get on the floor. We're gonna get in the chair. I got my low back supported. I'm just gonna lay back, and then I can kick one of my legs up on the bolster. Actually, so you can see, I'll do my right leg is going to be on the bolster, relaxing it turned out, okay? And then we're going to come into a pigeon pose. I'm going to take my left ankle, cross it over the right side, okay? And so here, my head is laying back, and I'm just letting everything release. Okay, if at any time this gets too uncomfortable, you can move a little bit closer, put your foot on top of the bolster. Okay, so that's your option. And then when we switch, the people on the floor, when we switch, you're gonna switch and just do your other leg. Cool? All right, if you're on the floor, let's come on down to the floor. I'm gonna grab my timer. So if you're on the floor, we're gonna go ahead and do legs up the chair. Like legs on the wall or legs up the wall, leg up the chair. We're gonna do one leg up the chair, okay? So I have my right leg up the chair, on the chair. Doesn't matter if it goes through, again, I got the back of my knee supported by the chair. And then my left leg is extended long on the side of the chair. Now here's where you may need a blanket underneath your sacrum so they can support your low back. I'm gonna see how that feels. I might grab a blanket. But if you're cool here, you have your blanket up underneath your sacrum. Go ahead and just drop down, release everything, close the eyes or soften the eyes, and we'll start our timer. just notice those spaces where you may be feeling a little tension. It's the middle of the day. Maybe we were doing some work, or watching our kids, or doing some schoolwork with our kids, or doing some schoolwork with ourselves. We might still be holding on to something that happened maybe a few minutes ago. So I was noticing that the back of my knee was gripping the chair. Release it, relax it. Let this left leg just open up, sink into the floor. Let the floor support you. And each breath, wherever you may be feeling that tension or tightness, whether it's hips, whether it's low back, just allow that breath to visit those spaces. Tell it to release. Exhale, let the breath go. And feel the support of the chair, feel the support of the mat or the ground, just a little bit more. Same thing if you are seated in your chair. Just allow that leg that's crossed over the other to just allow the hip to just open and just release whatever tension you might be feeling. If there's a lot of stress, if there's a lot of inability to focus, try focusing on the breath. Watch it as it comes in through the nose. And watch it as it travels all the way down to the spine, to the tailbone. Maybe send it to the hips, into the knees, out to the toes. Out to the fingertips. Shoulders release. And then out through the nose or mouth. It's a pretty long breath, so take it slow. And just try to focus on that. The option would be to inhale through the nose and then exhale 10. Inhale through the nose, exhale 9. And you just try to count all the way to 1, and once you reach 1, start back. And take it easy. You're just gonna nice and easy take this right leg off of the chair. Perhaps you might wanna hug it in. And for me, I'm gonna scooch to the other edge of the chair so I can get my left foot on, or my left leg on. So you're gonna extend the right leg out and then get this right leg extends out, and now the left leg is on the chair. Close the eyes and just take your rest. Notice the difference in size without judgment. And just take those same breathing exercises on this side. And again, if you're sitting up in the chair, just want you to uncross and do the other leg. Another great thing to do with the arms is to take them behind you. That's kind of what I'm feeling right now. So reach the arms up. Fingertips are going to come back behind you. That's just an option. And it's just helping me open up the shoulders a little bit more. And move slowly. That was a really nice one. Move slowly. You can hug this knee into the chest. And now the last one on the floor, we're going to put both legs in the chair, but we're going to add a heart opener. So we'll go ahead and grab our bolster. Put it right underneath the tailbone. And then go ahead and lay back on that. You might need to, for me, I just need to get it up a little bit higher. So I'm going to lift up on the chair a little bit and bring the chair closer. Yeah, I want my whole tailbone on there for a little bit of support. And then arms will just come out to the sides, down by the sides, up above you, whatever you want. I'm going to start the timer. And then for you guys that are in the chair, sitting up, let's take that bolster again. And I'm just going to kick your feet up into a reclined butterfly. So my knees are out, soles of my feet are together. And I'm going to lay back, just like that. Okay? So those are our two options. I think I'm going to stay here. So either this one or legs up the chair. And at any time, if it's too close, you can bring it away. You can straighten the legs out if you want. Good. So if you're sitting in the chair in this particular pose, you can go ahead and bend your knees and plant your feet up down, sit up. If you are lying in this pose, then just want you to maybe hug one knee in at a time on either side of the chair and then roll off the bolster. And then you're gonna come on up. So for our last pose, we're gonna be seated in the chair. And I'm gonna give you a couple of options. So it's a seated forward fold. So you can fold in, bring your belly to your thighs, let your head and your arms down. Good. So for me, the neck support there, I don't like the neck support there because it just feels like my head is hanging and I can't, it won't support on my knees. So I'm gonna take a bolster. I'm gonna reach my arms over it, put the bolster on my lap. And then that's a little bit better. Because as I fold, as it releases in my back, I can just bring my forehead down. And you can have that on whatever level you want. Or if you're sitting at a desk, go ahead and put your bolster on your desk or your pillow. And then lie on your desk, just like that. Cool. All right. Remember, just let everything release. If you do choose this one where you're in a full forward fold, just make sure that you feel okay in your neck. Or you can come a little bit closer to the edge of the chair. Maybe that'll help you a little bit more. But again, just make sure that your neck is supported. And that you feel all right and that you can stay there for the full 5 minutes. Also during this time, feel free to bring one side, one cheek down and then the other, because this is also gonna release the neck. And then maybe halfway between, you switch to the other side. And just stay for a second. Maybe start to move your fingers, move your toes. Maybe if you have your bolster, remove the bolster. Let the hand hang and then start to roll up to a nice seat. Since our head was in that forward position, let's just take it back, not too far to where it's restricting your breathing, and then take it to the side, and then back into the opposite side, and then drop the chin, and then lift all the way back up. Good. All right, let's bring our palms together, right at our heart, slightly bow the chin, honoring ourselves, honoring our practice, those that we practice with, and the places that we practice. And that first one is super important. Honoring ourselves, self-healing, resting, no matter what. Take some time, turn off the TV, the phone, don't read any emails while you're doing it, just relax. You can use some of these poses, any of the poses that we've done before. Thank you for sharing your midday with me and your midweek. Namaste.